Get it while it's hot, the Dude Mungus 3000.
What do you want from me?
No monkey.
Hey yo, dude, do that. Say what up, it's your boy Dude Mungus. Yo, what up, dude? I can't be too lit because it is literally 2 a.m. in the morning. I am so freaking excited because today is the day, dude. Today is the day. Today is Friday. It starts the Dude Mungus weekend. Oh, dude, I am just a little bit too daggum excited. Everyone is daggum sleep. My official bike blessing, the official Dude Mungus meet starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. But we have guys arriving in town today, and I got to make sure the bat is ready to rock and roll. So I'm just going to go through with you guys a checklist of what I do just to make sure I try to get all of these issues checked on to make sure the bike runs flawless throughout a meet weekend. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of what I do, and maybe you guys can check some of this as well just to make sure, because we don't want to have any issues this weekend. So something I recently did is I had new tires put on the bike because the old ones were just, they were toast. They were completely toast. And I want to say I got maybe 4,500, maybe 5,000 miles out of them. Probably not that much. Probably a little bit less. Maybe let's say 4,000 miles out of them. But anyway, so I knew that I had just literally had the tires off. So I want to check to make sure that everything works the way it is supposed to operate. Now I've double checked already, but I just want to double check again, just making sure everything works good. I'm gonna take the front tire, I'm gonna roll it. It rolls like it's supposed to roll. All right, cool, we good on that. Also, I'm gonna roll the front tire, making sure these brakes are on what they're supposed to be on, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. So we're good to go. I know y'all wondering why that wheel rolls so good. Shout out to Alifperformance and his pad spreaders, because it got that wheel just turning. And I got a separate episode on that coming, absolutely, for you guys. Something also, I'm double checking my caliper bolts. I got my strap kit, making sure there's no frays or anything like that going on with there. Like I said, I just checked my brakes, making sure it's smooth operation. I got my brake lever guard, making sure that is not moving at all anywhere. Something I did maybe about a month ago, I stuck on the Hustle Hard Racing ABS delete for the bike. I'm double checking, making sure my brake lines are good. They're not crimping anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and check on the other side as well. It's looking good. No frays or anything like that. It's loosey-goosey. A lot of people ask, why do you got straps and it's messing up this and messing up that? You only strap when it's time to race. I'm making sure there's no frays, nothing loosey-goosey. This is a Leaf front end lowering kit I really like a lot. So I checked my brake lever, operating good. I checked my clutch lever, operating good. Go ahead. I'm not cutting on the bike because it's late, but I'm just gonna go ahead and cycle the power on. Double checking my dash, making sure my dash is, all of that is right, making sure my light is right. Gotta make sure my daytime running lights are good. Checking my brake lights while I'm checking them, making sure they're popping off like it's supposed to be doing. Going and hitting my blinkers. They are operating like they're supposed to work. Going and turn on my hazards. Everything is working how it's supposed to work. Check my high beam. Like, I'm literally just checking everything that I went over to make sure it's good. Checking my rear tire, make sure it rolls how it's supposed to roll. Money. Checking bolts. Like I said, I just changed my tire. Checking bolts. So something I like to do, I don't know if everyone does it this way, I like to help my shop out. And it's not that they need help, but I try to make the job as easy as possible. Like, I could have just dropped the bike off and let them do what they do. That wasn't the case. I was like, look, let me take the tire, take the rims off and bring them to them just to make it just a little bit easier for them. Also, I'm getting a new tune put on the bike today, which I got a separate episode coming about that. I have a new tune coming on the bike today that's gonna help out with a little noise. We're getting some pops and bangs with this Arata exhaust. So I also wanna make sure the bike is prepped and ready for the shop to where they can just roll it on the dyno, do what they need to do and roll it off and we're good to go. I'm also going to be checking my throttle operation, make sure it's nice and snappy. I don't like a lot of play in my throttle, So I kind of adjust my throttle where all that play is gone. So that's all you got. Nice and snappy. Everything looks good. Just randomly checking all the nuts and bolts, especially if I've recently touched it. You know, just making sure everything is how it's supposed to. Checking my gas cap. Boom, shaka laka. It's working like how it's supposed to work. Checking my seat angle fly off. Checking my seat is bolted down. Checking fairing pieces. These jigsaws are known to blow off these side fairing pieces, so I'm just double checking everything is bolted down in place, which I might have to make some adjustments over there. Checking my shift lever. Also checking my side kickstand, making sure that is tight. I've had a couple of these fall off. Also checking my chain tightness, just making sure it doesn't need to be adjusted. So nuts and bolts on the sprocket, adjusters. So that's my general check. I just generally check everything to make sure. Also my oil level is sitting right in between, in the middle of the sight glass, making sure everything is how it's supposed to be and make sure there are just zero issues. Brake fluid level, everything is good to go. Again, this is just really quick, just something I do to double check to make sure everything is working as it's supposed to, because two wheels is two wheels, and we already know how the life goes. We're not in the cage is what we call the car. So if something goes wrong, it's a lot more dangerous on a motorcycle than it is in a car. If something goes wrong, if something goes wrong on the car, you got 3 other wheels to depend on. If something goes wrong on a bike, whew, you better be on it, because you're only working with 2 wheels. So we just make sure everything is as good as it could be. Doesn't mean you won't run into issues. It just, I did my due diligence to make sure my bike is good. Now, everyone, I pray that you guys would do a check on you guys' bike too as well, just to make sure. We have some guys coming in from out of town, and I know they've gotten their bike together, but nothing wrong with double checking when you get here. Let me just double check and make sure this is good. Also, something I'm going to check is my tire pressure. Now, these tires were changed like 2 days ago, and the shop set the tire pressure. I know the tire pressure is good. I'm just going to double check again just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with double checking. It's not saying you don't believe in your shop or whoever you have working on your bike. There's just nothing wrong with double checking. I like my bikes to be what I call a turnkey. I want to turn the key and they just work. They just work. No issues. It just flat out works every time. So that's what we have here with the bat, my 2022 Suzuki GSX-R. That still is weird for me to say because I'm still getting used to having the jigsaw. Also, my carbon fender that I put on, and it's been flawless. I've done seen multiple 200-mile-per-hour passes, and it is doing fine. So I'm just, like I said, just double check that everything was working good. Everything seems to be locked down and in good shape. So now what I can do is I can literally clean the bike, and that's going to be the next stage, is just cleaning the bike. The reason I keep my bike so clean is, 1, I just like a clean bike. It just looks good to have a clean bike. But 2, God forbid, on the off chance something goes wrong, you can find it fast because you're like, that bike is supposed to be clean right there. Why is there dirt or soot buildup? Why is there oil right there? It's like, when the bike is clean, it makes it a lot easier to find issues if you have an issue. So that's what we're gonna do. The next step is gonna be cleaning the bike. And I know a lot of you guys might be wondering what I keep the bike clean with. Yes, sir. This Shine Armor Fortified Quick Coat, bro. I'm telling you, this is something new. I've been trying and testing out, and oh my gosh, it's been working really good. I've been looking for a quick detailer that can literally get the whole bike. I'm talking about wheels and the fairing. I've been looking for something that can get everything. A separate episode coming on this very soon, but so far I'm very impressed with this Shine Armor. But anyway, dude, that's all I have for you, man. Y'all be safe. Let's have a good weekend. Everyone ride safe. Let's be cautious. Let's not be out here doing extra. I know we're gonna be lit, but let's be safe. And I will see y'all later today. For those that make it in town early, we will be riding up to Fort Mountain, in which I had all that information in the last episode I did. For you guys that make it in a little bit later, we will be doing the official meet and greet this evening. at 8 o'clock BP Pleasant Hill. Anyway, let's be safe. Let's have a great weekend. I will see y'all, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. You know who it is. It's your boy, DudeMungus.
Boom shakalaka. Thank you for watching, dudes. Namake. Namake. Thank you for watching, dudes. Namake.